Hey there, freedom fighters. I'm back with another one. The insane run this asylum. What asylum am I talking about? This country. I was watching this thing on the news the other day, and I have a clip of it. I'm not sure if the exact piece is in there, but I'm sure you heard about Riley Gaines. She's a former swimmer, college athlete, or something like that, and she got smoked by a dude playing pretend. Um, and yeah, so now she gives like speeches and stuff at these colleges and everything. And she recently got, ran out of this, college by these, indoctrinated sheep that they're churning out, in these school systems nowadays. Um, and then she also gave a speech a while back of, I forget who she was talking to. It was like a pantologist or I forget what they exactly called her, an archaeologist or something like that. And she was saying, when you do a dig site and you find somebody, it doesn't matter 100 years from ago or 1,000 years ago, you know, they're either, what they are, they're either one or the other. And he goes, oh no, no, we don't know what they are. There's no way to tell their gender. And she's like, oh really? Like not being a major or, some, don't know anything about, digging up bones and checking it out, but, it's pretty obvious. Um, and he's like, oh no, and the class was even like, freaking out, and he's like, oh no, I've been to these sites, and there's no way, I'm the only person who's ever dug somebody up, so you can't tell me. And I'm like, man, these are the teachers, you know these are the people teaching your kids. And let's check this clip out.
If you don't believe in the shifting cause of the day, whether it's trans rights or climate change or abortion on demand, the mob shows up to shout you down, cancel you, and if necessary, physically attack you. Or they'll just deface and blow up your place of business. It's not a debate. It is a moral conviction, a belief that heresy must be stamped out. To oppose their revolving orthodoxy is an unforgivable sin. So when a federal judge, known for his originalist readings of the Constitution, for instance, shows up at Stanford Law School, nobody debates him. They shout him down.
So, I mean, you see it, and like you heard him say, like, there's no debate to be had. They don't want to debate, and the debate would be real simple, but anything counter to their psychobabble that they've been hearing, their indoctrination their whole life, they don't want to hear it. And then you saw at the end there, too, how, there was a judge speaking at Stanford Law, and the students are like shouting this guy down, and he's like, okay, it's real clear that I'm not going to be able to get, through to these kids, and I'm, just going to have to leave, maybe get an administrator to calm these kids down. Well, then the administrator comes in, and it's, a woke, DI, diversity hire, indoctrinator, that probably taught these kids. And, she's in there saying the same thing, berating the judge. And, it's like, these are the people who are going to rule over you. They are running your country. They are your coworkers. They are your law enforcement, your military, your judges. I mean, these people are literally at Stanford Law. These are going to be your DAs, your lawyers. And, we've seen it. You do anything contrary to the indoctrination, they'll charge you with hate crimes and throw you in prison. I'm not sure where that one was, but there was another one too that was in Texas, and they're like, oh, it never gonna happen in Texas. Well, they did it in Texas. And there's it says political candidate Jeff Younger. I didn't even know he was running for office. But, yeah, his case is, they were gonna forcefully, castrate his kid. His ex-wife says their 3-year-old is transgender, and she fled to California so she could go get, gender reassignment surgery. And he's like, no, I ain't having that. So he goes to talk to a school, and look at all these indoctrinated sheep. They're all masked up. There's like a pink-haired troll and some blue-haired, freak in there, and they're all, just look like degenerates. And these are your Texans. These are your Texans they're always talking about. Oh, all these patriots in Texas, and, come and take it. They ain't gonna do nothing in Texas. Well, these are your Texans. Okay? Yeah, they're screaming, F you, fascist. And the teacher in the room, too, was like, louder! He's like encouraging it and everything. I mean, it's so beyond, any point of going back. I mean, where this leads. I don't they have to, paint that picture out for you exactly, but we all know where this is going. Um and there's another one here. I forget exactly which school this one is, but again, I mean, this other lady is like teaching her class, and she's giving a speech, and she says someone in her class or someone in this audience is like, I'm a man, but I have a womb. And she's like, no, you're a woman because you have a womb. And the whole class goes crazy. Let's check that one out.
Folks who have wombs but are not women, like trans people, genderqueer folks, why do you keep saying women when this issue affects more than women?
Because there are two genders, male and female.
There aren't two genders.
I am non-binary. I have a friend who is intersex, who is born, who has different chromosomes than, you would expect somebody physically to have, because, how many people in this room have had a chromosomal test?
This guy shakes his head like, oh yeah, how many people have had chromosome tests?
This issue affects more than women. It affects trans men. It affects genderqueer folks.
Women have wombs.
I am not a woman, and I have a womb.
You are a woman.
I
and
know. No.
And then this chick over here, the Chicana, is like, oh no, you didn't. Oh no, you didn't. I know you ain't talking about my homie's womb like that, essay. Can't be talking about my man over here trying to give birth like that. Yes. I mean, there's no coming back from this, man. Like, these kids are gone. They've won the culture war, due to our inaction, due to, sitting around and just letting it get this far. I'm afraid of what comes next in this country. What they say, what good men are going to have to do in this country, to take this country back. But right now, the insane are running the asylum. The doctors have evacuated the building. The nurses have evacuated the building. All the staff have evacuated the building. The insane are running the asylum. That's what it is. So, like I tell you, man, ain't nobody coming to save you. Only God's gonna save you. So get right with God. Freedom fighters out.